ago. His anniversary day was on 28th of April.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, the first anniversary day. And some of us are fortunate enough to visit him, to see him, to be blessed by him. And some of us are fortunate enough to converse with him. Okay. So he was born in South India, in Andhra Pradesh, that's like Tamil Nadu, in a village called Lambotharan. It's a long story there. So I'm going to ask you to read a discourse by him even a few years ago. It was published in the latest Lambotharan magazine, April 2012. So to start with, do not waste natural resources. Do not waste. Are you there? So do not waste natural resources. So is it distracting you? You can keep it aside and you can do it afterwards. Okay? Okay, when a teacher is in the front and you are laughing among and doing other things, that's the test of the teacher too. Okay? So this is the discourse given by Sai Baba. I start with the education which helps you only to make out a livelihood. The education you have in the school and the universities and outside help you to make out a livelihood. How can it develop moral and spiritual outlook? In fact, it destroys man's innate natural values. All students, do not forget this quote. That's the message. So our education we get in the universities, in the school and the thing, is just to earn our livelihood. To earn a livelihood, to earn a profession and work and earn to feed us, to clothe us, to shelter us. That's education. That education does not give us the moral values, does it? Spiritual values? Remember. But the education sometimes harmful. It may destroy our innate natural, what do you call it? It says innate natural values. Okay, so there are good things naturally there. How does educate destroy those things? How? If you don't say education is good, parents say study hard, I'm going to this class and that class. How does education, it's okay, take it aside, it doesn't contribute to the spiritual and moral value. How could it destroy your natural values, good things? Learn something wrong. They don't teach something wrong, usually. Pardon? Teachers teaching violence it's not very common. Teachers don't openly propagate violence, right? Even though they don't openly do say what you call values, usually the way to teach us. Yes, someone else? Yes. You want to say something? Competition. We all start compete with each other. With the competition comes the jealousy, hatred. In the sports, we attack each other, bullying. Okay, education is good, but the competitive spirit kills the natural innate quality. You understand? So everyone needs to do their best. To a certain extent, if you use it rightly. And if you let it loose and go on in a competitive spirit, what will happen? Yeah, that's right. If you're playing sports in a team, if you're competitive and you want to win at any cost, then comes the what you call win or successful or get the scores at any cost. Then you started cheating, right? And you're neglecting your health, you're neglecting your moral values. Right? So who's a good reader here? Yes. Come forward. So I'm going to ask people to come and read in turn and others to
misuse of money in people. True education is that with moral, ethical, and spiritual wealth of man.
you have to be very clear and reading to the people, making the eye contact.
But students today are forgetting this ethical and sacred education and trying to acquire the education which merely helps them fulfill their value. As
Fulfill
is
their value. Okay. So what does it say? Did you get it? What we understood? Louder. Thank you.
True education is that which promotes moral, ethical, and spiritual wealth of man.
So what is true education? Yeah? Huh? Pardon? When you learn something, help your life. Yes, the true education is that promotes the moral and spiritual values in the true education. Okay, it that promotes the moral and spiritual values. Yes. Can you read it again?
True education is that which promotes moral, ethical, and spiritual wealth.
Moral, ethical, and spiritual values promote.
But students today are forgetting this ethical and sacred education.
Yeah.
And
So we are forgetting the ethical and sacred aspect of the education.
and trying to acquire the education which merely helps them fill their value.
You understand the last one? You're swallowing it. You have to pronounce very nice. Even I have, what do you call it? Finding difficult to what you read.
As is the action, so is the result. Right from an ant to Brahma, everything is God's creation. When we look at God's most beautiful, wonderful, and sublime creation, we are filled with bliss. Human beings in this world are constituted by 5 elements, 5 life principles, 5 seats, and 5 senses. They're endowed with all types of power. From morning till night, whatever a man requires in this world for his happiness has been provided by God.
Yeah. You agree? You read the last sentence.
From morning till night,
From morning to night,
whatever man requires
whatever man requires
in this world
for his happiness
has been provided by God.
by God. Do you agree? Yes. From morning to night, whatever needed in this world for our happiness being provided by God.
There is nothing that is not available in this world.
There's nothing is not available in this world.
God has created everything from dust to diamond and provided all types of comfort and conveniences for man's happiness in life. He has given all freedom to man.
He has given all freedom
to man and has put the entire creation at his disposal.
Yeah, he has put his entire creation at his disposal. So who are the guardian of the entire creation? Who? God, and he put the guardianship to the who? Can you read the last sentence again?
He has given all freedom to man and has put the entire creation at his disposal.
Whose disposal? Man disposal. So we are the guardian of all other living beings. As a guardian, we have the responsibility to protect them, nurture them, and provide them.
In this universe and in this manifest world, man can enjoy everything without any fear and fulfill his desires without any limit. He has freedom to follow any path and perform any action. Man has been given every right to enjoy God's creation. He does not need God's permission for this. However, God has.
I will get something. However, God has. Yeah. Someone else to read? You come forward.
Man has been given every right to enjoy God's creation. He does not need God's permission for this. However, God has prescribed one rule. You may do whatever you want, but you have to face the consequences of your actions, whether they are good or bad, sacred or unsacred. This is the law of creation.
Yeah, stop it. So, what did he say? You can, yes.
You have the freedom to do anything that you want. However, you must pay the price.
Yeah, but the God didn't give us any restriction. He gave all the freedom. But the law is he had to face the consequences. He has to go through the consequences, whether good or bad, whether sacred or unsacred.
Keeping this law in view, man should decide what path he should follow and what type of actions he should perform. As you sow, so shall you reap. Similarly, as in action, so is the result. Don't build castles in the air, thinking I will do this, I will do that, and I will do many more things. Whatever is the type of seed that you have sown earlier, you will receive the same type of fruit. How is it possible?
Yeah. What is that anything? What about there's something about seedling and soil? What is that? Anyone to explain?
So, if you expect to do something and you keep expecting some things, that you would not get what you wanted, because you'll be in the same situation you were before you wanted some specific things.
It's in a different way. It's like a karma theory. If you if you put the seedling for the for an example, say for the corn seedling, can you harvest the wheat from that?
Yeah.
How?
Oh, from the corn?
Yeah. You do the seedling, it's a season spring, and you put some, cultivate some corn and seedling. And you have, when you go to harvest, do you expect a wheat from that?
No.
Okay, if you put the seedling for the, for the corn, you will get the corn. If you put the wheat, you will get the wheat. If you put the, any other grains, and you get that one. You won't get anything else. Like that, what we do, we will reap. We will get it back. Okay? So don't build our castle, I will do that, I will do this and other thing. Because whatever we are going to do depends on what we have done in our past, in this life and our previous birth. That limits our capability. Okay? Yes.
How is it possible to reap a fruit different from the seed you have sown? This is a Lambotharan. It is for you to decide what is good and what is bad. Good, God does not interfere in this.
Yeah, you have to decide what is good, what is bad. God has given the instruments of brain or mind to think, to decide. And God has given the